Hi, I'm Steve Younis. Welcome to the Speeding Bulletin, your Superman highlights video bringing you up to speed on what took place during the week April 5th to April 11th, 2017. Our top news stories this week included: Zack Snyder shares a good quality photo of Henry Cavill wearing the Christopher Reeve Superman costume. Tyler Hoechlin will return as Superman for the Supergirl Season 2 finale. And James Marsters will be appearing at this year's Superman celebration. Let's check out these news items and more in this week's Speeding Bulletin. In movie news, the UK's Independent recently caught up with actor Ciarán Hinds to discuss many different things about his career, but to also touch on his upcoming appearance as the villain Steppenwolf in Justice League. He described his character as old, tired, still trying to get out of his own enslavement to Darkseid, but he has to keep on this line to try and take over worlds. Designer Gerard S. Marantz has shared a number of his Doomsday concept designs created for Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice via his Instagram account. These early Doomsday concept designs by Marantz and fellow designer Konstantin Sekaris have closer ties with the design from the comic book version of the character than what eventually was used in the film. Zack Snyder shared a good quality version of a black and white photo of Henry Cavill wearing a replica of Christopher Reeve's Superman costume. The photo was shared on Snyder's Vero social media account and was taken back when Cavill was testing for the role for Man of Steel. Now, while we have seen this photo before, this is the first time a non-blurry, high-quality version has been posted online. Sarah Douglas, who played the role of the Kryptonian villain Ursa in both Superman the Movie and Superman 2, posted a video about her first days on set filming in 1977, 40 years ago this week.
This one is extra special because in it I have a call sheet from Dovemead Limited, who are the producers of Superman, and it actually is dated Friday the 15th of April 1977, so 40 years ago. I was going on the set, and it says here, Marlon Brando, Terence Stamp, Jack O'Halloran, Sarah Douglas, 7 o'clock to be on the set at 8 o'clock. I mean, how extraordinary to think 40 years have passed, and of course, to work with Brando for an actress like me was just the best thing ever. He was an enormous superstar.
Watch the full video at our website or on Sarah Douglas's Facebook page. Superman fan and filmmaker Andrew List has edited together a trailer titled Superman Multiverse. In an email he sent me, Andrew said, "I was recently challenged with making a fan edit using existing movies, TV shows to make a Superman Multiverse trailer, and I did it." You can watch it in full at our website now. In TV news, according to a report on E! Tyler Hoechlin is set to return as Superman for the final episode of Season 2 of Supergirl. That's all we know at this point in time, as no story details are available yet, but stay tuned as we try to find out more. The CW has released the official description and 15 images for the 18th episode of Season 2 of Supergirl. Titled Ace Reporter, in this episode, Lena's ex-boyfriend Jack Sphere comes to National City to unveil his big breakthrough in nanotechnology, which has the potential to eradicate all diseases. Lena asks Kara to attend Jack's conference with her for support. When Kara sees Snapper in attendance, she's inspired to tap back into her reporter's skills and questions Jack on his discovery, which ultimately leads to a bigger investigation that puts everyone in danger. This episode is scheduled to air on the CW on Monday, April 24th. TVLine.com caught up with actress Katie McGrath to discuss her role as Lena Luthor, her character's relationship with Kara, and working with Rahul Kohli for this upcoming new episode. She said, "There is this release of some new technology that to Kara seems a bit suspect and seems to be connected to a few dastardly dealings going on. She's attempting to investigate it on one hand because journalistically she thinks that it's interesting, and then on the other hand she's investigating it because she's worried about me as her friend, so there's both of those going on." Superman homepage reviewer Thomas Dreyfus reviewed another episode of the Justice League Action animated series, which aired at WonderCon earlier this month. He reviewed episode 24, which is titled Garden of Evil, saying Garden of Evil is a fantastic episode with a lot of action, comedy and characters packed in to 11 minutes. And he rated this episode a 5 out of 5. Thomas also reviewed the latest episode of Justice League Action, which aired on Cartoon Network this past Saturday morning. This was episode 15, titled Hat-Trick, and in this episode, Felix Faust steals Zatanna's hat in order to free a massive demon and get his youth back. He also rated this episode a 5 out of 5, saying, "While I enjoyed Hat-Trick, I'm starting to grow a little weary of these Justice League Dark episodes of Justice League Action." In a new DC All Access video, the cast of Justice League Action discussed the upcoming episode titled Luthor in Paradise.
Luthor in Paradise is about Lex Luthor coming to Themyscira and obtaining a relic which would give him the powers of Zeus.
And then Batman and Superman come along for the ride, and which causes some issues.
The Luthor in Paradise episode of Justice League Action will be the next new episode to air on Cartoon Network in the USA, and it's expected to air on Saturday morning, April 22nd. Kerry Payton, who voiced the role of Aqualad on the Young Justice animated series, has revealed via his Twitter account that the cast has begun recording their lines for Season 3 of the much-loved animated series. His words, "And we start once more for the fallen," hashtag Young Justice, hashtag Season 3, has fans wondering whether he's referring to the fallen hero Wally West, who appeared to die in the final story arc of Season 2 back in 2013. No further details have been released at this point in time in regards to which TV network the series will air on or what date it will premiere, so stay tuned. In comic book news, there are a few issues for us to review this week, and they included Superman number 20, which was reviewed by Adam DeChannel, who said, "It was nice to just have the Kents and Superman enjoy life a little," and he gave this issue a 5 out of 5. T.A. Hewitt reviewed Justice League number 18, giving it a 3 out of 5, saying, "Hopefully there is enough in the tank for the story to still be rewarding." And from last week, Keith Summer reviewed the Supergirl story from Batgirl Annual number 1, giving it a 4 out of 5, saying, "I enjoyed the back and forth banter from the girls and the tight continuity from Supergirl's book spilling into this annual." Superman comic books available this week from April 12th include Injustice 2 Chapter 1 digital comic, Action Comics number 977, which is available in a variant cover, Dark Knight 3 Master Race number 8 Collector's Edition, New Superman number 10, it's also available in a variant cover, Red Hood and the Outlaws number 9, also comes in a variant cover, Superpowers number 6 is the final issue of this title, and Supergirl number 8, which is also available in a variant cover. Have a super Easter with these great gift ideas. Get a Superman breakfast bowl with chocolate egg for $24.99. Or how about 2 surprise eggs, Justice League Easter capsules for $14.99. These and other super Easter gift ideas are available from your one-stop Superman shop, the Superman homepage online store at supermanhomepage.com/shop. In other news, NetherRealm Studios released the Shattered Alliances Part 4 trailer for the upcoming Injustice 2 video game. Dig deeper into the origins of the anti-Justice League, the Society, and see them fight to fill the void left by the collapse of Superman's regime.
My mole in Gorilla City says Grodd's planning something big, but what, where, when, we don't know.
Our time has come. No more regime.
NetherRealm Studios also released a new Injustice 2 video, giving us an insight into the all-important gear system for the upcoming video game. With every clash comes change and the opportunity for evolution. The gear system brings a new level of depth to the game, allowing players to evolve their play style and achieve their goals. Gear opens up vast possibilities for personalization by enabling combatants of all levels to build and power up the ultimate version of their favourite DC characters to fit their fighting style. Injustice 2 will be available for PlayStation 4 and Xbox One on May 16th. Fans attending the Superman celebration in June this year will be able to meet James Marsters. The actor played Brainiac on the TV series Smallville, while also voicing the role of Lex Luthor in the Superman Doomsday animated movie. Marsters will join fellow celebrity guests Erica Durance, Margot Kidder and Sarah Douglas at this year's celebration, and will be signing autographs with Erica on Saturday, June 10th. Visit the official Superman Celebration website at supermancelebration.net. Pez Candy recently unveiled the latest addition to its product line with the launch of DC Superhero Girls. The assortment will include Wonder Woman, Batgirl, Supergirl and Harley Quinn. The DC Superhero Girls Pez line is available now from the Superman homepage online store. Her Universe, the leading fangirl fashion company and lifestyle brand, and actress and ultimate fangirl Ashley Eckstein shine the spotlight on DC fangirls by officially announcing the first ever DC activewear collection. Her Universe has teamed up with Kohl's to create a fashion-forward line available exclusively in Kohl's stores nationwide and on Kohls.com. This line includes sports bras, tank tops, tees, jackets, shorts, leggings, and it's available in junior and plus sizes. Eckstein also created 3 5-minute quick and easy workout videos inspired by each character to train like Wonder Woman, Batman, and Superman. For more information and to purchase the new Her Universe Wonder Woman, Batman, Superman activewear collection, visit Kohls.com and Kohl's stores. The complete Wonder Woman collection is available online now and in Kohl's stores May 1st. That's all the news there was for the week April 5th to April 11th. I'll be back later on with another Did You Know segment, but for now, here's Scotty V with his latest edition of Great Scott.
Great Scott. Great Scott. Great Scott.
Hello everyone and welcome to another fabulous episode of Great Scott. I'm Scotty V. Thanks for watching. Here's my impression of a Superman actor that we recently celebrated the birthday of. If you don't know who that was, that of course was none! The original Superman and Superman 2 movies, directed by Richard Donner, and then some Richard Donner and some Richard Lester, and credited to Richard Lester, the second one. Recently it was Jack O'Halloran's birthday, and always part of the Superman family from the moment he stepped on screen as the supervillain. Kind of an amalgam of ideas and thoughts that were put into a different character and called something else. But mute, seemingly not as bright as the other two, Zod and Ursa, not seemingly able to readily use his superpowers as easily as the other two either. But eventually he became a force to be reckoned with. He was seemingly the strongest of the three, and he of course fought Superman with the other two of his friends. However, this fighting, as we've learned in the past, seemed to stem onto on-set confrontations, and then later on, older age interviews where he called Christopher Reeve an ass, and said that he wasn't a nice guy, and said that he was full of himself, and said that he let the publicity about himself go to his head, and that he wasn't nice to children, and that he wasn't nice to the other actors on the set. I heard this a few years ago, and I tried to process it. It seemed weird to me. And I was just watching some of the videos now. Was reminded of them when I saw that it was his birthday, so I looked them up, and it seems to me like it's an old guy who says something like, well, this was a guy who Superman was the first thing he ever did of consequence. Well, Jack, I haven't looked up his career, so yell at me if you want, but I don't think he's ever done anything of consequence other than none. And a lot of people would argue that Christopher Reeve was Superman and not really remember for anything else, and I'm sure that bothers a lot of the Superman actors, a lot of Luke Skywalker types, people who get cast in something so famous, so popular that it's hard for them to get past that. They call that sometimes typecasting. But I think it's less than typecasting. I think it's more just no one can see past that. Even when he, Christopher Reeve went on and did a lot of other dramatic roles, serious roles, theater roles. But it's hard to ever remember him for those because Superman is such a big persona, such a big character, such a big legendary, iconic thing. But this is Jack saying that during the time he was filming, before Superman really even came out, because they were filming 1 and 2 at the same time, he was so full of himself that he would ignore other actors. He was mean to Mark McClure, who tried to play his guitar for him, and he gave him a snide remark, or told him, talk to me like you're Jimmy all the time, I want to be Superman. Now, it could be a misunderstanding that he was trying to be a method actor, and he always wanted to be Clark or Superman, and he wanted people to stay in character because it helped him to act. Some actors act that way. I think it's a little crazy, too, but it doesn't necessarily mean that he was dense. Which was what Jack O'Halloran was saying, and here's my problem with it. He even at once on the Superman homepage live broadcast, and I guess in other interviews, said he grabbed Reeve by the throat on set, told him he was going to break him, told him he could easily take him down, don't think he's really Superman, that kind of thing. And O'Halloran was a boxer, and was big, probably much bigger than Christopher Reeve, bulk-wise, but it's possible he was even taller than him as well, but he was definitely a larger man, and this just doesn't strike me as professional behavior. I don't remember the exact words, but he said, Christopher Reeve said something to him he didn't like, and he told him he better shut his mouth, and then Christopher Reeve pressed it a little bit, or said something back, kind of joking, thinking that Jack was joking, and Jack turned, grabbed him. Richard Donner had to step in and pull Jack off and said, no, don't hit him in the face, because we need his face. It's his face. It's his asset. We need his face. It just, that's not very professional behavior, and it's also not particularly cool to talk about it 20 years later, 30 years later. The guy's dead. The movies are revered by many. He's remembered as Superman, Christopher Reeve. Jack O'Halloran never did anything again, as far as I know. Can be remembered as none, can be a big included member of the Superman family, and everybody can have good memories of it. I'm not saying lie, I'm not saying hide the truth, I'm not saying let us be brainwashed into thinking everything is roses, but what's the point of bringing it up? Well, to get attention for yourself is what the point is. And what it then in turn does, it did get you some attention when I looked it up. Almost every story was about how he talked ill of Christopher Reeve. And he said getting hurt did good things for Christopher Reeve. It actually made him a good person finally, because before that he didn't care about anybody. And this is just horrible, horrible words to say about a man who is dead, and about a man who a lot of people love. And it just doesn't seem very classy. I know this isn't much of a birthday message, but you know, calm down with that kind of stuff, you know? Don't come out and start talking about people you worked with in the past. In 2005, come out and say, you know, after this guy had an accident and died, that he was an ass, and that he was mean to kids, and that he was mean to coworkers. No other coworker has come out and said that. I've never heard it anywhere else. Mark McClure has never complained. Maybe it's because they're classy. Maybe it's because they know it's not going to help anything at this point. They know it's not going to change anything, and they know it's just speaking ill of a situation that a lot of people love, and a man that a lot of people loved, and really letting his accident help a lot of others, which I guess is a nice thing to say, but after you say all the other things, it kind of just sounds like breaking his back and getting paralyzed was fantastic, and that's just, again, not classy. But anyway, thanks for all the great roles, Jack O'Halloran, and the great versatility, and happy birthday. Thanks everybody for watching, and remember, always look up at the sky. Rage! And not as readily able to use... There's a truck outside!
Did you know that Tuesday, April 11th was International Pet Day? What better pet to celebrate on this day than Superman's best friend himself, Krypto? Krypto the Superdog.
When things are quiet around Smallville, there's nothing Superboy enjoys more than a workout with his Superdog, Krypto.
Well, that's the Speeding Bulletin for another week. If you found this video informative or entertaining in any way, please like, share and comment below. I'm Steve Younis from SupermanHomepage.com. Have a great Easter. See you next week.